Hello, my name is Tom Whitaker, and I'm part of Group A for Jigsaw activity number 4. My prompt is this: identify the layers of the thoracic wall and pulmonary cavity, from skin to the lung, describe the function of each muscle layer. For the images, I've taken screenshots from the Complete Anatomy app, and we will slowly shed the layers of the thorax and discuss each as we go along. First, you can see the skin covering the thorax, and the skin is a sensory organ that forms the body's outer protective covering slash container. Next, we see the anterior axio-appendicular muscles, specifically pectoralis major, whose function is to flex, adduct, and medially rotate the arm. Then we see the intercostal muscles, starting with the external intercostal muscles. You can see these muscles spanning from the inferior margin of one rib to the superior margin of the rib below. These muscles elevate the ribs and assist with inspiration. Removing the external muscles, you can now see the internal intercostal muscles. The internal muscles have the same attachment sites as the external intercostal ones. However, they have two functions. On the interosseous parts, the internal intercostal muscles depress the ribs and assist with expirations. But on the interchondral parts, they elevate the ribs and assist with inspiration. Removing the internal muscles, we can now see the innermost intercostal muscles. Between the inner and innermost intercostal muscles, the intercostal vein or vein, artery, and nerve exist. And the innermost intercostal muscles have similar attachment sites to the external and internal muscles, and their function is to weakly assist with expiration. Additionally, we can see the transversus thoracis muscles on this image lying deep to the ribs and costal cartilage. These muscles also weakly assist with expiration. Now that we have removed all of the muscles, boom, we can now remove the ribs and see the parietal pleura more clearly. The parietal pleura is the external aspect of the pleura, and it lines the pleural cavities. Deep to the parietal pleura, you can see the shine of the visceral pleura. The visceral pleura is the interior aspect of the pleura, and between the parietal and visceral pleurae, the pleural space exists. The pleural space is filled with pleural fluid and allows optimal expansion and contraction of the lungs during breathing. Then we remove the visceral pleura, and the shine is gone, leaving just the lungs, the main respiratory organs. Behind the lungs, from an anterior view, here we go, you can now see the subcostal muscles. They are usually only well developed in the lower thoracic wall, and they cross one or two intercostal spaces along the internal surface. Their function is to weakly assist with expiration. With all the layers of the thoracic wall and pulmonary cavity covered, we can now discuss my question for this presentation. The intercostal vein, artery, and nerve are in between which layers of intercostal muscles?